gon' catch 5,000 ones in an hour. I'ma make it stretch. I just made a mix.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Panthers on
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 52 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
From the 25 on second down, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give running left is Eckler. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
First and 10. Here's Mahomes. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And Thomas has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown, Falcons! Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Jones. Looking downfield for Godwin. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Carolina.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Set to Valve. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Prater.
And they will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So we'll leave it at 7-0
coming now as they kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Eckler, they run left side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Prater on to add the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 27, Mahomes. And the catch made by Johnson. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he's going to be net at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He wants it all for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And here now come the Falcons. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, Taylor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. Runs through the contact. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now we'll give to Taylor, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Patterson into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Harris. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Boy, you will not see.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
Now Jones on first down. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Jones.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Chris Godwin
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time, and Carolina scores to cap it off. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Carson Wentz leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Now it's Patterson.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Good one, boy. Let's go.
The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Johnson.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
To throw, it's Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on first down.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Second and 11. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Rosas to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And, Charles, we look at the performance so far. 3 touchdown passes. Been pretty good, but they're losing.
You start with the positive, exactly as you stated. The 3 touchdown passes he's already thrown. You see them here getting it done. But the rest of the team, as well as himself, they've got to figure out what it's going to take to try and rally themselves back into the lead.
Absolutely. They've got to find a way to turn it around. Throwing, Jones. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Jones on 1st and 10. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Jones. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 22, Jones. Touchdown, Panthers. Kenwood Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there with the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Now it's Patterson. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He gets this one to Johnson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, another run with Taylor. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Bentley. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this will be caught by Mooney. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He decided to run a hitch route. Really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's complete to Davis. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. 2nd down and 7. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the 1st down if they can. It's 3rd down. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Rosa's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones keeps himself upright. And it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A handoff, it's Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it third down. From the gun, Jones. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now a dump off here complete.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On first down, Mahomes.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down. So let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones.
Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed